chemical or fire treatment. Bamboo treatment is a game changer for any project you undertake, as the sticks will last 15 to 20 years. All work carried out in this stage will multiply your gain in subsequent stages. You can treat bamboo even if it was not harvested at the right time, waning moon in the months of May to August. But the ease of carrying out chemical treatment is clear during this period, even disregarding the lunar calendar. In short, you can organize your enterprise to concentrate efforts on harvesting and processing in these 4 months, leaving other work for the rest of the year. In sticks harvested at other times, simply increase the concentration of the product used to obtain similar results. The appropriate treatment depends on the type of bamboo you are working with. For herbaceous bamboos, simply passing through the fire is sufficient. You can use a floor fire or even an oven or a blowtorch. This is when explosions occur. So carry out the procedure outdoors wearing gloves and protective glasses. Move in the direction of the bamboo fibers until it turns dark yellow without burning, not brown. No, don't make it brown. Use the liquid that comes out of the bamboo to spread on the bark. It will help with the protection. Woody bamboos, which are much thicker, need to undergo chemical treatment. You can heat the bamboo until it boils. Air bubbles will come out with the sap, but it still won't be enough. A good oven can dry all the sap, but if the temperature of the bamboo exceeds 90 degrees Celsius, it will lose its mechanical properties. That is, it will no longer be useful for construction, only for charcoal and firewood. The good news is that, unlike eucalyptus, for example, the chemical treatment of a bamboo is much easier, does not require large investments in tools, and is much safer because no arsenic is used. Unfortunately, in this case, the chemical treatment, there is no risk of explosion, which takes all the fun out of the activity. Cut the sticks to the size you intend to use according to the picture you find in the material, A, B, C, and if you need D. We can classify bamboos, especially the woody bamboos, for use in construction in 3 types, A, B, and C. Type D is the same thickness as the herbaceous ones. They are not suitable for construction. At most, to make 2 connections of type C bamboos. Type E is the bamboo branch. It does not receive chemical treatment. It is useful only in survival situations, so the so-called jungle screw. This way, after harvesting the bamboo, separate type A, type B, and type C. Type A is the first 3.5 meters. Type B is 6 to 9 meters where it ends the type A. And type C is 3 to 6 meters where it ends the type B. And treat each one as a whole. Type A poles can receive a more concentrated solution to ensure the success of the treatment, but it's not at all necessary. Cut the sticks to the size you intend to use according to the picture you find in the material, A, B, C, and if you need D. We can classify bamboos, especially the woody bamboos, for use in construction in 3 types, A, B, and C. Type D is the same thickness as the herbaceous ones. They are not suitable for construction. At most, to make 2 connections of type C bamboos. Type E is the bamboo branch. It does not receive chemical treatment. It is useful only in survival situations, so the so-called jungle screw. This way, after harvesting the bamboo, separate type A, which is bamboos with 3 meters to 3.5 meters. This way, after harvesting the bamboo, separate type A, type B, and type C. Type A is the first 3.5 meters. Type B is 6 to 9 meters where it ends the type A. And type C is 3 to 6 meters where it ends the type B. and treat each one as a whole. Type A poles can receive a more concentrated solution to ensure the success of the treatment, but it's not at all necessary. Various chemical products can be used to treat woody bamboo, as the principle is the same. Bamboo sap is a base, or a pH between 7 and 14, that needs to be neutralized by means of an acid, or with a pH between 0 and 7. Even if the borer tries to consume bamboo with an acidic pH, as they sometimes do, it will be eliminated in a short time. They won't make much harm. The most common acid in our daily lives is table salt, sodium chloride, and ACl, and it has been used to treat bamboo with good results. However, the ideal is to use borax, also known as sodium borate or sodium tetraborate. It is an alkaline mineral derived from the mixture of a hydrated salt of sodium and boric acid, easily soluble in water. Borax is a natural insecticide, meaning it will eliminate the insects present in the bamboo and prevent others from settling on the sticks. Other products such as CCA, copper, chromium, or arsenic may also work, but they are highly toxic, while borax is only 1.5 times more toxic than table salt, which we eat every day and is only harmful if ingested in excess. In other words, it's not worthy. Use borax. From an economic point of view, it makes no difference using 10% table salt, 10 kilos of a product for 100 liters of water, and using 1% borax, 1 kilogram diluted in 100 liters of water. So use the appropriate product whenever possible, especially if the intention is to commercialize the rods. For the product to penetrate in the inside of the rods, it will be necessary to make holes in them. And at this point, two alternatives arise. Pierce the internodes with an iron bar, 3/8 of an inch is enough. Weld a nut and a washer to the end of the iron bar to enlarge the diaphragm holes and allow quick filling with the preservative solution. You make the holes only in the vertical, not in the horizontal. The other possible is to make holes at the wall of the bamboo. If you use a powerful drill or hammer to hit the iron bar inside the bamboo, your work will be much faster. Pierce the internodes with an iron bar, 3/8 of an inch is enough. Weld a nut and a washer to the end of the iron bar to enlarge the diaphragm holes and allow quick filling with the preservative solution. You make the holes only in the vertical, not in the horizontal. The other possible is to make holes at the wall of the bamboo. If you use a powerful drill or hammer to hit the iron bar inside the bamboo, your work will be much faster. Just take the necessary precautions to avoid accidents, and the bamboo needs to be well fixed. Another option is to make a 1/2-inch hole in each internode so you can fill it with the solution. In this case, cover the holes with adhesive tape or even masking tape, anything that makes the holes well covered. If the proposal is to fill the bamboos with mortar or expanding foam, the holes are already ready to be filled later, which will make your work easier. If you do not have drums and a welding machine in addition to a good welder, and you need the external part of the bamboo to be well preserved, the walls of them, the alternative is to make the holes with an iron bar, but leave the last diaphragm intact, like a giant cup. This way, you can leave the bamboos standing, well tied, and fill with the preservative solution using a funnel and cover the end with a tape. To avoid mistakes, use an iron bar 40 centimeters smaller than the size of the stick, and always cut the pieces close to the knot. For example, for a 3.2 meters bamboo, use a 2.8 meters iron bar. The sticks with the product are very heavy, so find an appropriate place to keep the bamboo safe during the treatment period. Make a bamboo scaffold, even without being treated, to make your service easier and ensure the safety of the activity. You can also put the water with the treated solution with the chemicals in a water tank on the top of that scaffold. So when you are treating, you just open a faucet with a hose and fill all the bamboos. Very easy. After drilling, the bamboos needed to be immersed in the preservative solution or filled with it. For immersion, the bamboos can be placed horizontally. The vast majority of the people who work with bamboo do this, put it horizontally or vertically. The advantage of leaving the sticks vertically is the guarantee that the entire inner surface of the bamboo comes into contact with the preservative solution. If an air bubble forms inside the bamboo, the treatment will be partial. The bamboo bark does not allow the product to pass through with the same intensity as the inner part, as it has more fibers and less parenchyma. And you will only discover the fails after a few months when your project is complete. If your intention is to slice the bamboo into pieces measuring up to 80 centimeters, you can slice it immediately and place it in the drums with the solution, leaving it tightly covered. The chemical process for treating bamboo is very simple. Anaerobic bacteria present in the bamboo itself consume the sugar in the sap through fermentation, as in the production of bread and wine. For this reason, the container needs to be closed, or seal the bamboos if you put the preservative solution inside them. The chemical, the borax, will enter the bamboos through osmotic pressure, which means the salt goes in and the sugar comes out. This process takes time, like any fermentation worth its name. In the case of clumping bamboo, for 1 week inside the drum, in the case of immersion, or 3 to 4 weeks in case of filling. It is possible to heat the solution to speed up the process. It is good in 2 to 3 hours, only in the case of drums, because they are metal. But the temperature must remain between 80 and 90 degrees Celsius, so that the bamboo does not lose its mechanical properties. Newly treated bamboo should dry in the shade for at least 2 months, to dry slowly and not crack. If it cracks, you can still use it sliced, no problem. Last detail, chemical treatment uses water-soluble products. That is, if the bamboo, even after drying, is exposed to rain, the products will be gradually removed from the bamboo. To avoid this problem, you can waterproof it with 3 different products: burnt oil, stain, and varnish. Burnt oil is the cheapest and the easiest to apply, but it will not have a good final finish. To apply, you need to heat the oil or the bamboo, whichever is more convenient. For bamboo that will not be exposed, for example, buried inside concrete, for example, this is a viable solution. An interesting option to protect the bamboo that will be buried is to wrap it with a waterproofing blanket made with aluminum and another material, black material, that glues it very well, preventing moisture from the soil from rooting the bamboo over time. Place the blanket on the bamboo until it is 40 centimeters above ground level for best results. You can see the difference. The varnish forms a film, but the stain remains impregnated in the bamboo. Our Lord Jesus Christ taught us in the Sermon on the Mount, "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt loses its flavor, how can you restore it? It will be good for nothing except to be thrown away and trampled out by men." Matthew 5:13-14. If fire, salt, and oil are used to preserve the bamboo from corruption, also use your intelligence, your work, and your resources for your salvation.